Hello, everybody. This is going to be episode 1 for Sunlit Valley once again. It's not going to be a live series. This is going to be like I'll try to do it like much better, like cut out whatnot. And you'll be able to see like the day counter in the top right as we go about. And I'm hoping this is going to be more like kind of like explaining as I'm going also. But I'll try to keep like every episode around, 20, 30 minutes instead of like before, like my whole live stream being like 6 to 7 hours long. So that's what we'll aim for. And if you do go in the description, you will have the seed as well as, I think just, yeah, the seed. And Hollyzon will be joining us every now and then, but I'll probably just mute her so you don't have to hear her voice. All right, let's see where we're at. Oh, what the heck? What did you just pull out?
What do you mean?
Do you see what I'm doing?
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that is.
That's my tab. My
Oh, I could see what's in your inventory.
Stop looking at my inventory.
Oh, look, dude, we got the tower.
I know. I saw that. I was like, that is convenient.
Well, that is convenient as well. Alrighty. So a couple things for Sunlit Valley. It is basically like a farming game where, you sell stuff and make money. And a lot of the tools here are actually, like, they don't break. So what you want to do is just crouch and chop some logs. Kind of like the normal Minecraft stuff, but then you can end up making all the stuff. Now, if you saw that tower in the distance, we can do other things. And be sure you make your one crafting table, because there is a crafting table on a stick, which you can add to your slots. And then if you have a keybind, right, you can always press it. If you go to your options, controls, keybinds, and then just type in, craft on a stick right here, open crafting on a stick, just set that to some kind of keybind. I use 9, but I have a mouse that has like the side keys. That's the reason for that. But then make your axe the first thing. And if you do end up finding these towers, they typically have tools with better enchantments than we can honestly ask for. Because getting enchants in the early is kind of annoying. So we'll head towards that direction. I think there's like a chest here also. Still this lectern. And then, let's see, I'll need another stick. Now, if I remember right, if you find one of these structures, I think under the lectern is a chest. Yeah. Well, let's head over here and get some upgraded tools. Oh, it seems it's broken. Interesting. Hopefully that doesn't ruin the loot spawns. Be sure to steal 1 grindstone because you'll need it for one of the villagers in the future. Oh, you know what? We lost the chest that would be right there. And in here we got boom cats. Now these guys are adorable, but they also hurt just a little bit. So be careful getting too close to them. Because when they're hungry, they explode. And be sure to steal one of these looms, because again, we'll need that for a villager later on. And there we go. Got our starting gear. And then we can climb up even further. Okay, with that all done, let's go over the quest book. So starting out, we got our welcome screen. Welcome to Society Sunlit Valley, where farming meets lightly industrialized capitalism. Expand your farm empire and become wealthy in the process. This quest book will give you an introduction to the concepts of the pack and serve as a journal for collectible items. Now, before you collect all these things, the only one I would really say grab is the bundle itself, because with that, we can then stick all the other stuff that's just random, like, the whatever, the loom, the lectern, just the individual items. And it'll save us our space. But getting started over here is where you would want to go, but I would recommend finding like a place first before you start unlocking all the stuff. The only thing I would say is getting yourself the basic bin, which is just a chest and a trapdoor. That's how we'll be selling stuff to start making money off of it. But for me, starting out the game, the best thing to do is go to quests, look onto bundles and the vault. The vault unlocks the Skull Cavern, which if you guys all played Stardew Valley, that's what this kind of mod pack is based off of. And to me, the game doesn't really start until you unlock that. And you need about I think it's like 83,000 gold, whatnot. So I would say save everything and unlock that, because once you have that, you make so much more money. It's it's a crazy difference. So I would recommend doing that instead. And then chest, selling bin. There we go. That's completed. Let's just throw away some items. You can hover over it and then press the delete key, and it will automatically go into that slot that you don't need. And you know what? We don't need the quest book either, because again, we can always open it and it's just right there. You can also keybind it. I think technically the button is the squiggly key underneath the escape button, also known as the tilde key. But now it's just the explore. Kind of go around, look where you want to make a build, and ideally find like some villages and stuff that may have like hay bales. You can get quite a bit of money from there. You can kill animals, you can shear them. For instance, there you go, raw mutton. It's worth 16 gold, so it'll be a little bit of time. And be sure while you're exploring, you pick up the grapes, because it's going to be a pain when you're going to want to go find them again. In Sunlit Valley, everything works with 6 a.m. being the time where everything kind of like happens. So like selling your items happens at 6 a.m., the items growing 6 a.m. So that is something to note. As you can see in the top left, we are at 3:37. So around 5 a.m., that's when we're going to want to start getting ready to then place our selling bin down and selling certain stuff. It is 5:20 now, so we're going to want to take our selling bin and then just everything that you don't care about, just throw it in here. Obviously keep yourself some food, and then everything else, because we won't really need, and anything that doesn't actually have a value won't sell. So you're fine in that sense also. So don't worry about that. And then almost time. And everything changed. And then we just take everything out. Break our thing. And let's see, do we have the other thing unlocked? Getting started. We need to make a wooden hoe. And with the wooden hoe unlocked, we unlock storing money, because we already have some brass coins. And this is a great thing to have also on you at all times, because then you can just place it down. And then once again, just place in all the coin values. You can just hold shift and click them in there. And be sure you break this thing with a wood pickaxe only. Like, don't use your fist or whatnot, because you're going to end up breaking it and you're going to get nothing for it. If you've seen any of my videos, I had a viewer named Adele who told me about this. if you're lucky, in this house alone, there's going to be a frog guy that's a fisherman. And does not look like I was lucky, but it's still money, right? You got 4 amethysts into the cooked salmon. Wait, is there another one? No. But we can go through and collect all the things. We'll go through the whole place and get as many amethyst shards as possible. Make sure you pick up an anvil while you're here also. And anything that can be sold, be sure to pick that up also. Remember, bring out your loot goblin. Oh, nice, a fishing rod. And a cauldron right over here, be sure to take one with you. Because if I remember right, the cauldron is actually the leather worker. And what you want to do is, if you're going to keep traveling, take out your bank terminal, because hopefully you made some money on the first night. And we're going to take that cauldron, place that down. And then we're going to go into our quests. And then in one of these quests, right here, we check mark it. We'll get a village spawn crate. Now, hopefully there's nothing around us. So what we're going to actually do is take this, because my luck with the villagers are horrendous. They like to go ahead and, you know, go with whatever they see. And so let's just head out. And if you do see any of these like blue orchards, be sure to have one at least. You'll thank me later. It is one of the favorite foods for the slimes. Okay, this is sufficiently far away. Take our cauldron, place that down. That villager thing, we'll just right click the one time. And then he became a leather worker. Now we'll take our bank terminal, place that down, and then we'll take our gold coins. And what we're going to do is we're just going to buy a backpack and place it in our back. And then if you press B, it will work automatically. So you just do that. But the beauty of it is we just buy another one and another one. And you guessed it, another one. And to save some extra space, you can actually also buy a bunch of the bundles, which is something I like to do as well. And then you just buy one and then just right click while over it. And that's what you do. But be sure to remember, like, you know, the stuff that you're going to want to sell, just keep it open. And then for the sacks, you just, you know, undo one. And then you can like go over like, oh, you know, like the iron bars, not going to need those for the time being, that. The smoker, the whatnot. You know, and anything that you may not require. And then if you did take it, you just right click it out to take it right back out. And it'll just help you so much in the space of, you know, not needing to travel with so much stuff. So that's the only worthwhile investment of actually, you know, buying. And another interesting about Sunlit Valley is the progression of your items are different than normal. You'll need the blacksmithing table for it. And let's see if we can go get some cobblestone here. Just some like so. Go back into our quests. And then right here we'll get our free smithing table and our brass coin. And it will tell you right here what you have to do. But since you're just watching this, all we have to do is place the smithing table down. Put your wooden tool in there. You're going to hold shift and click it. Place your cobblestone and then your brass, and then it will upgrade. And then just do that with your other tools that you're going to use. The hoe, I don't really see a point in upgrading. You can just leave that as is. Just this axe and pickaxe and shovel are worthwhile, as well as the sword, if you don't have it. And all those bushes that you see me getting right there, it's worth good money. As you can see, they're worth 20. And since our goal is to get 84,000, they will help along the way. Also, a tip with the hoe is it has a range actually. It hits in a 3x3, I believe. So if you are, undoing some areas, that would help more than just your bare fist. For instance, right here, you can see in this tall grass, it does in groups instead of just one. Ooh, and pumpkin patches. You gotta love pumpkins. They're worth 80 gold and normally come in plentiful in fields. So, great early game thing. And if you do have a friend playing with you, you guys can team up, obviously, and save up and pool up the money to buy yourself the Skull Cavern teleporter. Then you can, separate from there. And once again, this is just the way I like to play it. There is no, right, wrong way of playing. What's a red panda? If you didn't know, you just have to right click and they will become yours. And if they are small enough, you can actually, with an open hand, crouch and then right click. And you can pick them up. And then you just crouch and then right click and place them back down. Okay, it is 5 a.m. So we're going to quickly place down our station if I can even find it. And then we're just going to toss stuff in there. Quickly spam click all these guys open. Throw all those in there. And those guys, those guys, those guys. And then once again, place down your bank terminal. And just grab everything out. And then put the money in. We need, I think it's about 20 iridium coins and 4 gold coins. It's another frog village. I do actually want to go there because maybe there'll be a better frog. It's a little hamster. And if you do come across a bunch of horses, though sad, be sure to kill at least some so you get 3 leather. Yeah, same thing if you find some cows or something. Because we want 3 because then we can make a glider. And with the glider, it will help our exploration much more easier. Hey, where are you, Mr. Froggy? What do you got for me? Nothing. Did I miss it? Where is the fisherman's house? Like trapped in like all like the leaves. Okay, where's Mr. Fisherman? Oh, there he is. Anything good? Ooh, 4 and 18. That's actually solid. You're coming home with me, buddy. It's like, I don't know where you thought home was, but it's with me now. Alrighty, guys. So he is going to be our new pal. So we're going to take our hands and we're going to pick him up. And now we're going to travel with him for the rest of our lives. Until we find a home, which I don't think I have one yet. No, little guy, come with me. And I have a separate mod right now just for like the video sense of just having better lighting because like it would look like this for you guys instead. But you can, for yourselves, take a charm in the lantern and stick it in there. And so you'll actually have a glow around you versus, without it. So there is that. And then bone slimes are actually amazing. I really do like them. But if you ever find these things on the map, they always look like this, a little circle. You can always get a free iron sprinkler, which will save you some time, as well as a hay bale worth quite a bit of money. And a composter just for another villager guy. So it is always worthwhile grabbing these things because I feel like a lot of lag. You know what, guys? I kind of like this beach spot right over here. I'm going to settle down kind of here, I think. Oh, if you ever see these kind of spots right here in the floor, be sure to always mine them out. They always give you some pretty interesting and good loot. Well, almost good loot. Let's see, take our selling bin. And we'll just toss everything in there because I don't know what's worth value except the amethyst. We're keeping those guys. That's any of the fish stuff we want to keep. And it's not too big of a deal because we can always come back and resell all this stuff after the fact. But let's just start placing things down. Oh no, little rainbow. Right, well, it's not much, but it's home. Ooh, a dusty slime heart. I'll save that guy for later. And once you want to start your like farm stuff, what you want to do is make yourself a chest, grab some zinc, put it all around it, and then you'll get a market. Then you just place the market wherever you want. And oh, okay, there he goes. Here. You could go through here and buy any of the saplings or whatnot, as well as the villagers. They just cost 4 gold. Now, it's not everything in the game, but it'll get you started. But the reason why I wanted this is then you can go into the quests, go under the 2, go through here, and then since I already picked up a composter, right there, should unlock. And I want this white seat. And then I made a little home for Mr. Frog instead of a hole. There we go. Look at him in his majesticness. Except I now worry about lightning, so we're going to have to make him a little protective barrier, I guess. Oh yeah. He looks amazing. He's just trapped in there. Poor guy. Okay, we're going to take 1 flint, 1 stick, and then we're going to make ourselves a flint knife. And now with this, we're going to have to now go exploring through caves. Let's see. I think I'll want to make my cave somewhere over here, I guess. And when your ore sparkles like this, you can just keep mining it and you'll just keep getting more stuff. Oh, dude, wait, no way. We found a thing. This is going to help out make a lot of money, guys. Alrighty, well, I didn't get all of it, but we got a sufficient amount, and we'll be using these things later. Now back to looking for a cave. And by the way, how you find those meteorites fairly easy. Just open your map and just kind of look around and you can see, for instance, like right here, block of amethyst, that's a meteorite. So you can just right click it, waypoint, and then create waypoint. Right over here, we have another one. Over there, we have another one. Over there, over there, over there. And if you don't see all these, you can go over here to the cave layers and like move it up, down, like whatever you need to. And then you can just mark them off like so. And another tip, because when you die, it only counts the stuff that you're actually having on your hotbar and what you're wearing. If you were to just take it all off and die, none of it will lose durability. And our goal are those guys right there. Oh, spider spawner. And we're just going to get as many as we see, and then we're most likely going to just die afterwards. And don't worry too about the earth crystals, because there's going to be a mining perk in the future that we will be able to unlock, and it's just going to give us so many. It's going to be wonderful. Speaking of, I should actually go through and I'll place those things. Oh, look at that. Calcite right here. So there's probably another. Yep, look at that. Another meteor. Okay, since there's nothing really near us real quick, we're going to press K. And let's go over this real quick. Nothing in the farming, but we'll just go all the way to the split point on each of these guys if we can. And for the mining, we want to get mineralogist. This is the one that I really like to get just because mining any of those, iron ore, copper, you'll just get earth crystals, or if you're in the nether, another currency. I can't remember what it's called. And let's see, I think I like the top part one. Let's just run through. Hopefully skeleton can't catch us. Another one of these guys. Ooh, aquamarine. That's actually a very good one because that's going to give us crab traps. Oh, 4K from that apple. That's solid too. Ooh, a lot of them. But are we going to get any before we die? Come on. Ah, we missed that last one. As you can see right here, right? Only the iron pickaxe took the damage since we weren't wearing anything. But now we're going to do the moneymaker. So first things first, we're going to want a cutting board. And there is a whole video for this, by the way, dedicated to it. I'll leave it in the description down below just for that. Grab some sticks and some planks. And then we want the cutting board of the Farmer's Delight. And we'll just place this guy right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to deposit everything away that we don't need. So we'll put that away. And if you do die in Sunlit Valley, there is a fee for dying. So you can see right here, Sunlit Valley Hospital. Welcome to Sunlit Valley. Someone brought you in. Looks like you got knocked out. Normally we charge a small fee for treatment, but since it's your first time, we've treated you for free. And take care next time. So that means after this now, we're going to start paying fees for it. What we're going to do is we're going to take our flint knife and we're going to be holding it. And we're going to go and get our fish and make sure it is cooked, I believe. And yeah, it does have to be cooked. So we'll just go to our smoker and throw in all of these guys. And get back to you when these are done. And the idea is we're going to take sticks and put these in there. And you can see it's worth 306. Because every cooked fish, you can see one cooked fish is worth, you can see the stack, right? 528. Now we're going to go do that. Where offhand and then do this. And then you just right click. And you could just spam click as fast as you want. Or if you ever do play Minecraft, it's very good to have a macro in the future, or else you have carpal tunnel. And you could just do it fast like that. But you go from 500 and 6, if you remember that. Place all those sticks, do that. And, well, we had 2 before, but from 500 to 4,000, we still have a little bit left over. So, a much better way of doing that. And I know I probably could have done the sticks better. But that hopefully will give us a lot of the money we're going to require. And you're going to see why we want him now, right? Because with him, we can just buy the fish. And you also get bone meal from this. I'll place that in there. And look at that, another 10,000 done. It's amazing. And then let's go get our amethyst. Those. And in our backpack, we take our block. And I believe it's the same thing, but we use our pickaxe instead. Yeah, pickaxe. And each block, if you hover over it, press U, you can see cutting board. It uses hammers, pickaxes. It gives us 4 amethyst shards. So we can just do the same thing. Just spam click it. And then come to this guy, trade him, and then cook salmon already, so we don't have to do anything. And then look at all that fish, guys. Now, of course, there's other ways of doing this. you don't need to do this for money because it's very good in the early game. And the point of it though is to enjoy it and not just doing the best thing over and over and over. But if you do want to like a nice head start, you know, getting yourself like waypoints and the skull cavern, 100% I would do this. Well, I mean, I am doing this. And funny enough, we're never going to have to worry about food anymore too because of it. Stacks on stacks of cooked salmon. Okay, well that for sure is getting us our skull cavern. We're just going to keep doing this until 6 a.m. But yeah, there you go, guys. We beat the game. Just like that. Let's just wait until this selling bin sells. At day 6, that you can see over there in the top right. 10 more seconds. No, I say that. That is a joke, but like it is up to you to like, you know, keep doing this method or just use it to help yourself out. But 180,000 made on the day. So there we go. Now we just go into our quest, guys. Go over here to default, and then you press, and you have to do it in like sequential order. I mean, you don't actually have to. You can do it whatever, but completing one gives you an epic hat, which actually let's just see what our hat will be. Just take it, you right click it, and we got a little teddy bear just chilling on her head. Next up, we get high quality fertilizer, so it increases the quality of your crop. We'll go over it here in the future once we start the farm. Now this reward was changed and is honestly a great one, a charging rod, because batteries are an annoying thing to get and you would need quite a bit of them in the future. So best place that thing down right away, and it just requires some lightning. Typically whenever it rains, this thing will go off and then you'll just have to go in and right click it and you'll be able to collect a battery. So whenever you do get that, place that thing down and be sure to collect the batteries from it. Then this guy right here, we submit it, the Crystallarium. It's a duplicator of gems, which is wonderful. Same thing, you'd want to like place it down and remember to go to it every now and then. Let's see, where's our aquamarine? Since we want multiple crab traps, it's one of the uses for it, which, there we go. One makes one crab trap. We'll just take this, right click in it, and then you can see in I'll zoom in, but you can see in one day, it'll be 2 aquamarine. And you can also see with like the black box too, it tells you by days. And now we'll just take this skull cavern right here, which that was the whole goal of this episode. So episode 1, place that sucker down, and whenever you're ready, you just right click. Now just give it a second. It does take a little bit to load because you are like appearing at Y level 512 and it is, you know, loading, you know, a lot of stuff. So just wait a bit. And then if it does take, like if it's very laggy, what you can do is press your tab, or not tab, open your quests, and under the welcome page, I believe it is pre-generating right here. So if you are lagging and you just want it to, you know, pre-generate just so like it doesn't get laggy later on and you have some downtime, you just type this in here and yeah, that's what you would do. And I do have a separate video for that also if you didn't want to read. But how this stuff works is there's a little bit of dangers. There's mobs everywhere and it's normally not this bright, right? This is what it would look like. But you would just go and kind of explore, and they will kick you out at 6 a.m. So be sure to remember where your portal is. And frankly, I should go do this real quick also. We're going to go to it. I like to be kind of exact, kind of go under waypoint, create waypoint, and then just say portal or teleporter or something, right? Make it yellow. And how it works is the way I find it easy is you can see all the red, right? The mobs are already spawning underneath and it spawns in the Y level that you are currently not at. So we're going to just kind of run and see if we can kind of like, if the word is kind of like cheat it. We're going to break one of these boulders and fall down as fast as possible. And then hopefully no mobs will spawn. And this is what I mean by the money will come easy now once you have this place unlocked. As all these stone boulders have a chance of giving you good money as well as all these resources. So like right there, another earth crystal. And you can actually go to your JEI, type in stone boulder. And I think if you press U or is it R? I don't even know what I right clicked, I guess. But you can see the chances of it. You can get a geode, an earth crystal, the aquamarines, a pristine amethyst chunk, and a gnome in that. So pretty good money. I'll just mine out this layer and we're going to see what we end up with. Let me just open that up and kind of like throw some stuff in there. And then in this guy right here also. These guys, there we go. Oh, and we got a little note, a warning. See what it says. The Skull Cavern is a dangerous pit you can find, or you can descend by finding ropes under ores and boulders. It'll drain the life out of you if you stay in it for too late. Use that escape rope I gave to get out before 5 a.m. So how this escape rope works is you just right click and hold, and no matter what level you're at, it will bring you to the surface. So it is a pretty good thing to hold on to. But I would recommend in the early game, you don't even bother really going too deep. You just kind of just do the thing that I just showed of running into one area and booking it to the other side after mobs spawned. So there's not too many things that you can then just mine the top layers. Get yourself, you know, your copper, your iron, and zinc. Now, obviously, this is not going to be as much money as the fish thing from the little froggy guy. But it is a way. And then you just place a block down. And in the future, you can actually get a grappling hook, which is very good. But yes, before 5 a.m., you do want to get out of here because what'll end up happening is you'll pass out. And where's my food? You'll pass out and you'll have to pay a fee. And the fee, I think, depends on like how much money you have on you. I still have not guessed it, but it can cost you anywhere from like 2,000 gold to like almost, I think, like 9,000. So best be out before 5 a.m. And then just right click it to leave. And before you actually do go into a skull cavern, make sure you place down a bed and you did set your spawn point, because if you don't, it takes you out to your spawn point. So if I didn't do that, right, granted I was close by because this was the spawn, but it would teleport you here instead of where you are. And how you claim your chunks to protect your base from people like Holly, what you do is you press J on the map, press the FTB chunk claiming mode, and then you can just claim stuff. Now, anything in these claims, like explosives, won't like really damage your builds. Like if you did have mobs up top, though, there will be no bad mobs spawning on the top surface at least. And later down the line, you do get 2 force chunks loaded. You can increase that. I do have a separate video for that also if you want to see that. But we'll just leave it for 2 for now because there is a chunk loader in the game that makes it, it's honestly not so bad to use. But you would just shift, left click, and then you could see a box. Now this is force loaded. And that means, you know, everything like all the way up to all the way down that chunk. And if you press F9, 2 times, you can see this grid, and these are your chunks. And in these chunks, this is where you would, you know, say make your farm. It's not going to look pretty, but you can go say underground and just have it force chunked and just have layer upon layer upon layer of farm and not worry about it. And then just press F9 2 more times and then it goes away. But that is it for this episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know how long this is going to end up. And do let me know in the comments of what you guys think. I'm not really sure how well this is gonna go out. I do plan on making this a series, and then hopefully play other mod packs and kind of do something similar. But anyways, I'll see you guys later. God bless and goodbye.